I declare the meeting number 593 as closed. Thank you, voting master, Toastmaster Nelson, for announcing the results. Toastmasters, my dazzling guest, and my friends, I wish each one of you a very happy, prosperous, safe, and blissful New Year 2021. This is my last term as the president of this August Speech Weavers Toastmaster Club. I thoroughly enjoyed my 6 months as a president, and I thoroughly thank each one of my role takers, my officers, and my members for making these 6 months as most eventful. And I appreciate and congratulate my upcoming new office bearers with the president designate Toastmaster Deepa and her excellent team to do a great job for the next term. And I'm looking forward eagerly to what we have in store for them. So with this, please join me in welcoming or thanking the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vandana, for excellent conduct of her meeting today. She was a rock star, the way she conducted the entire meeting and with so much of energy. So let's join hands in thanking Toastmaster Vandana.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ashwin, for such a wonderful evaluation. We've learned a lot. And the knowledge you bring and the insights you bring, we're sure we'll rock the next year and bring it to our meetings. We've come to an end of this wonderful meeting. So all I'd like to say is draw your feelings, draw how you're feeling, whether it's good or bad. This was a day where I didn't know, it was the beginning of the lockdown. I drove how I was a little lost, a little confused. And this was a day when I realized loving myself was as important as the love that I have for my family, the love I have for my work, the love I have for Toastmasters. And with this, I'd like to hand it over to our presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster, Nand. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vandana. That was a wonderful meeting that we had. I would like to kind of touch upon like what are the happenings that we had for this meeting. So the meeting started perfectly on time, and the SAA introduced started the meeting perfectly on time. Then we have the presidential address by distinguished Toastmaster Milind, which was very well done. Then our ever energetic Toastmaster Vandana took over the stage with her inspiring theme of the day, and we had a couple of speakers, three speakers who did their prepared speech and the evaluations, right? And now, though one point that I would like to kind of highlight is probably we have extended the meeting a little bit more than what was scheduled, so it was overrun a little bit. I think this is happening for some time now, and we need to kind of like take care or try to finish the meeting within the expected time. Before that, thank you thank you each evaluator 3 for giving us Toastmaster Mayu for sharing the evaluations. Over to Toastmaster Mayur.
I think we've lost Ashwin. Ashwin, I think now we just had the grammarians report. Ashwin, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, sure. Thank you, grammarian, for that wonderful grammarians report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Today, I am going to share with you few of the words which are good usages and few which are not so good usages. Coming to the pronunciation part, I have observed people using certain words like gestures. So the actual pronunciation would be gestures. So that would be the correct pronunciation. And another word is embraced. People use that word as embraced, which is supposed to be used as embarrassed. So I have two other words. One is amused and another word is bemused. Amused, the word means that funny or entertaining. If something amuses you, it makes you to laugh or smile. Bemuse, the word means that puzzled, confused, or bewildered. So if you enjoy the silliness of the clown at your party, you are amused by him, is where you can use the word amuse. If you didn't invite any clowns to your party, you are more likely to be bemused. This is the usage of those two words. So there is another word here where people use, and I have observed they use it as irregardless. Irregardless. Wrong meaning of the word. Regardless, without consideration of the circumstances, is what people think. But the right meaning is there is no correct meaning because irregardless is not a real word. Thank you so much.
Thank you, our founder, for that brief and crisp our counter report. Now, I would like to invite the grammarian for today's meeting, Toastmaster Bindu, for giving the grammarian report.
It should be our counter report.
Yeah. I just finished my report.
Hello.
Yeah. We can hear you, Sushma. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished Toastmaster, my dear guest. This evening, I am playing the role of R counter. As an R counter, I would pay attention to CRPF words. I would make a record of crutch words like etc., repetitive words, and filler phrases like you know, and so, and pauses, unnecessary pauses, as well as long pauses. Once I am done with my recording, at the end of the session, I would present my report when I am called upon by a general evaluator, which would help to correct their errors and which would help to improve their further speeches. Over to general evaluator.
Thank you, our founder, for that. Thank you, timer, for that wonderful and brief timing report. Now, I would like to invite our founder for today's meeting, Toastmaster Sushma.
I'm not. I have, Ashwin, I have done that.
Yeah, Toastmaster, the timer.
You want me-
Toastmaster.
Yeah, I'm the timer. Yeah, good evening, Rising Toast. Once again, good evening, Rising Toastmaster, brilliant guest. Today, this is the one of the best meeting I witnessed in speech viewers. None of the person crossed the time limits. Give it for big round of applause to each and every speaker so far. But there are always some culprits are there. I expected this is the answer for end of this meeting, but two people slipped the timing. That is Toastmaster Nelson, and the second one, Toastmaster Ashwini also slipped the timing during the evaluation. And coming to the speaker timings, speaker one Subhadeep, he is within time, 6 minutes 35 seconds. Speaker two, Vinu Karthik, he is also within the time. He is 7 minutes 29 seconds. Coming to the table topic speakers, speaker one, guest Harun, he is 2 minutes 15 seconds. Speaker two, Joseph Benedict, he is 1 minute 2 seconds. And speaker three, Sushma, she is 2 minutes. And speaker four, Bindu, she is 1 minute 15 seconds. Yeah, and SAA president, these are all within the time. Over to you, G. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur, for the evaluation of the speaker 3. And now I would like to invite our tag team to share the tag team report. And I would like to invite Toastmaster Srino for sharing the time report.
Yeah,
Thank you. I think we seem to have lost our speech evaluator, Mayur. But I'd like to quickly share my observations for Shubhadeep's speech. Shubhadeep, you are really good. Your language was amazing. And a high power project means there's a lot of work. It starts from creating a communication plan, creating a committee, working on it in steps, having a pre-meeting several times in different intervals. And then you have to have a speech which you talk about what your plans is for a high power project. The Independence Day project was amazing. And it's lovely to see how you have progressed with this project and brought it to a fruitful completion. What I'd like to say is, when you have a committee, I would suggest that you probably have fixed assigned roles and a proper committee, because that is one of the objectives of the high power level project. So that will help you also give out responsibilities so that it is not overwhelming for yourself. But overall, we had some great speakers, distinguished Toastmaster Raj Bansal. I liked how you shared the learnings from his address, from our champion speaker, and overall, if you can, your language is your strength. So I'd like you to use that to kind of elevate yourself by also modulating your voice. But I wish you all the best, and over to you, General Evaluator Ashwin.
Thank you, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Milind, for evaluating Toastmaster Vinu's icebreaker speech. That was a wonderful icebreaker speech we had, and that was a very well evaluated speech as well by Toastmaster Milind. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Vandana for evaluating, giving the evaluation of the third speaker.
Toastmaster Vinu, I could hardly imagine it was your icebreaker speech. Your confidence, your relaxed mode. And you, in that short span of 6 minutes, 20 seconds, you captured the entire summary, you documented it. It was a small documentary of your life story. I came to know where you were born, who were your siblings, what was the day of your birth, what was the unique thing on that, and what was the unique thing about that baby Vinu, what were their parents feeling, and how was your schooling, how you enjoyed your schooling and all your tantrums and tricks and mockeries which you did with the school at school, your punishment which you got from your teacher. It seems you were similar to me, a naughty fellow at the class school, so I could connect to that. Then your college, your progress in your professional career, you absolutely captured entire thing. And what I liked about you, you also had set up your life goal, what you want to do in future. And this is the right time because now already we are in the new year. You already have a 5-year plan for yourself, what you want to do. So that was beautifully done. And you also highlighted why you joined Toastmaster and how it has been helping you in reaching your personal aspiration. So kudos to you for excellent presentation of your icebreaker speech. Now, areas where you can consider, it seems you were a bit, though you were relaxed and smiling, but you were waiting for some time, you were pondering. So that flow was slightly lacking. And if I could request you to challenge yourself, maybe you could stand up and give your speech. So it will become more natural. Otherwise, it was excellently done. I look forward for your next speech. Round of applause to Toastmaster Vinu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini, for evaluating Toastmaster Joseph's speech. The speech was very well done with the speaker, the Toastmaster Joseph, who came with this well-dressed manner, enthralled the audience, and even Toastmaster Ashwini, who did a perfect evaluation for the speech. Now, I would like to invite distinguished Toastmaster Milind for evaluating the second speech.
What an excellent speech that was. What I highly appreciate was the descriptive words used, especially in the regional language, that brought about the nativity of the story and the plot and setting of the story. Excellently ordered, without any confusions, in the proper order. The language, I would like to appreciate the way the language was used, because that added flavor to the story. Now, we have heard Toastmaster Joseph speak so many times, but only at this particular speech we could actually relate so much to his story. There's nothing much in terms of areas of improvement I would like to speak about, but there's just one suggestion that I would like to add. That is the pitch and the voice modulation. If worked on certain areas, it brings about the emotions that is behind those words. Thank you for the opportunity given. I would always love to look forward to hear to your speech, Toastmaster Joseph. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Vandana, for handing over to me for the next segment, that is the evaluation. Now we are going to start with the evaluation. So first of all, I would like to invite Toastmaster Ashwini for evaluating this first speech of Toastmaster Joseph. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashwini.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. It was an exciting session. Toastmaster Harsh. What interesting topics and some amazing speakers. Now it's time to know what we did well and what we can do better. And for this, I'd like to hand it over to our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ashwin, I'd like to thank you again for stepping in last minute. We had some power issues and our GE couldn't join. You're amazing. You just stepped up for the role and taken it forward. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ashwin.
Thank you, Akash, for your speech on topic I got arrested in 2021. I wonder what would I have done if I have got arrested in 2021. All the speakers did a great job and it was a wonderful table topic session. I would like to hand over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vandana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh, for the topic. What I will do if I got arrested in 2021. It has been a big house arrest kind of thing the whole 2020 year. And I think I am used to the way we can stay at home and still continue our livelihood. And I have adapted to that environment, and I am sure I will survive another year with a house arrest kind of thing. And I'll try to figure out more ways to enjoy the life with a closed environment. And that is how I am going to deal with the 2021 house arrest. Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh, for the opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Susma. You did a great job on your topic, how to get rid of a boring person. Next, I would like to call Toastmaster Akash to speak on topic I got arrested in 2021.
Me?
Yes, Susma.
Okay. I got arrested in 20.
No, your topic is how to get rid of a boring person.
How to get rid of boring person.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is very fun to be with a boring person, and to get rid of a boring person, maybe we can find different reasons. We can say that I have some work, or I have to read some book, or okay. Hi everyone. How to get rid of a boring person means, I know it is a bit difficult, but at the same time, it will be some kind of entertaining also. We can find different various reasons to get rid of a boring person. We can say that I have some work, or we can say I need to go out, or I have to spend some time with my family, or I have to learn something. And yeah, we can find various reasons. Sometimes it is fun loving also.
Thank you.
Over to table topic, Master.
Thank you, guest Arun. On your topic, lessons learned from 2020. It was enlightening, and I love how you spoke about the topic. Now, I would like to call Toastmaster Susma to speak on topic, how to get rid of a boring person. Arun, you are on mute. Can you unmute, please?
Who could have imagined 1 year back when we started 2020, this will be like this? 2020 is the fastest mode of cricket that I know of. And we thought that 2020 will be fun-packed, lively, so many things to do. On a personal front, I just relocated from Hyderabad to Bangalore, and I was looking forward to the wonderful city. I was thinking of roaming out with friends, going to new places, knowing the Bangalore has a lot of weekend getaways. But 2 months into 2020, this COVID thing struck. And since then, I actually have been home arrested by this COVID thing. I have not moved out. I have not got a single drop in the last 8 months. This has been really, really boring. And now, going by the year 2020, I am fearful of wishing people a happy 2021 because I don't know how 2021 will turn out to be. This year, we'd like to forget from our memories. And I wish that in the next century, a year 2120 does not actually come. The best lesson that I learned from 2020 is you can't predict your year ahead. No matter how many wishes you get, Happy New Year, loads and loads of wishes, your new year is just as unpredictable. So the best lesson from the year 2020 is don't expect any lessons. Over to you, Toastmaster Harsh.
Thank you, guest Nisa, on speaking to your topic. If you time traveled before COVID-19, what you have done. I would have also done something like that. Now, I would like to call guest Arun on topic lessons learned from 2020.
Sorry, can you repeat the topic?
If you time traveled before COVID-19, what would you have done?
Thank you. If I had time traveled before COVID-19, I would have probably completed my a dream of having visited Kashmir. It was a long drawn dream for me to visit the valleys and enjoy the climate and enjoy the peace and serenity in that place. However, with COVID having arrived and with the tensions in China, it became again a long drawn dream to go to that place. And so that was one thing which was in my mind that I will do during 2020. And that still looks like there is some time for that to become a reality. I don't know how many of you all have visited this lovely place of Kashmir, but from whatever I have heard and from whatever I have seen of the place, it is a wonderful place. It is a place with a lot of beautiful landscape, hills, enchanting climate, and something which nobody should really miss. And it being one of the most beautiful places in our country itself, I plan to visit this place in 2021 if everything goes well. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepa, on your topic. The party that went wrong was great. I also want to be in a party where everything went wrong to have some different experience. Now, I would like to call guest Nisa to speak on topic. If you time traveled before COVID-19, what would you have done?
Thank you, Table Topics Master. The party that went wrong. Oh my goodness. This party went wrong in every step of the way. First, there were no guest invites sent, and then the host decided at the last moment to send it out. The food delivery agent decided that it was not the right day that he had to deliver, and we had to reorder on the spot. It was a mess. It was a complete mess. The New Year's party of 2020. That is December 31st, 2019. There were 12 of us expected to reach a friend of ours' house, and everything was seemingly as if it was destined not to happen. Some people didn't get their, couldn't reach on time, and some people really arrived very early, and all because the invites were sent late. And here, why was the confusion? The confusion was because the invites were sent the last moment. And people were there in their regular clothes instead of all planning clothes and coming just as we are ready today with the costume party and the goggle party. So in a way, it was totally unplanned and went wrong, and at the last moment there was a power failure, and the UPS wasn't working. My goodness. And still there was a candlelight party, and we had a little chats and conversations about New Year's resolution, about the year passed by, and all in all, we did have some kind of time together, and thus the party ended. Over to the table topics master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bindu, on your topic, why I don't need money in 2021. It was great. Now, I would like to call Toastmaster Deepa to speak on topic. If you time traveled before COVID-19, no, sorry. Now I'd like to call Toastmaster Deepa on topic, the party that went wrong. Bindu, you are on mute. Can you unmute?
I'm sorry. Yeah. Why I don't need money in 2021? That's a wonderful question, because I have learned in my previous year, 2020, what are the things that I can have without having money. A nice time spent with my 2-year-old kid, good time with my husband, my family members, cooking them relishing dishes to my in-laws, just praying God every day for their health, for their safety. 2020 gave a lot of lessons which I learned, and I thought I will be very happy if I have money. I could go out, I could buy things, I could do so many things. But all that I learned from 2020 made me realize that when I step into 2021, I need to appreciate all the things that I can see every morning. When I open my eyes, that's a good day for me. And all the things that I can touch and feel, which is near to me, people around me, all those things made me feel that without money in 2021, I will be definitely happy. Thank you so much, Toastmasters. Over to you.
Thank you, guest Asa, on your topic, crazy things to do in supermarket. It was crazy. Now I have also added few things in my to-do list. Now I'd like to call Toastmaster Bindu to speak on topic, why I don't need money in 2021. Guest Asa? Yeah. Hi.
Hi, good evening.
Good
But the crazy things, one of the craziest things that happened in a supermarket is the topic. There are many things that happens in a crazy way in supermarkets. People, they come in, they bill for things, then finally they realize that there is no money with them, and they give back a lot of things. Some of them, they think there are freebies along with the product, and end up buying them, and finally they realize that at the counter there are no freebies along with this, and then there is argument with the sales person who is there. Several things like that. Once when I went to a supermarket, I ended up buying many chairs, around half a dozen chairs. After billing everything, then I started wondering how I would bring those things, those chairs to my house. I thought the supermarket will deliver it home. They refused to deliver it home. I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. I had finished paying for the chairs. Finally, I had to stand there for a long time thinking what to do. Then my friend came out to help me, and she brought her car, and I had to bring back the chairs in her car. Thank you.
Thank you, guest Vijay, on your topic unexpected disasters that can happen. Now, I would like to call guest Asa to speak on topic crazy things to do in supermarket. Guest Vijay. I think he's
He logged off. No, I think he logged off.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you re-log in, then you can. Otherwise, you go ahead. Yeah.
Fellow Toastmasters and guest, Toastmasters wants to challenge members to develop their impromptu communication skills, to effectively think on their feet by answering unrehearsed questions. We also want to give every member the opportunity to speak at each meeting. We do this with table topics. Table topics is specifically designed to develop 4 essential communication skills. Number 1, listening. Number 2, thinking. Number 3, organizing. Number 4, speaking. Your response speech must be at least 1 minute and can be no more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You will see a green signal after 1 minute, a yellow signal at 1 minute 30 seconds, and a red signal after 2 minutes. Those who speak within time qualifies for a best table topic award. As I conclude the table topics, I'll pick any one of you at random. So we will start today's session. I'll call the table topic. I'll call the first speaker, Toastmaster Akash. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for taking us through what we can expect at the end of the meeting. So we have people watching us. So let's give it our best. Next, we have a wonderful session lined up for you. And yes, it's nothing. No, it's just table topics. But it's something that makes every person who's called to come and speak nervous all the time. And for this, we have someone who is a drawer. He is a family member, but does not seem so. He gave his best icebreaker speech, and he wishes to be the best digital marketer in coming years. That's his dream goal. I'd like to invite table topic master, Harsh. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, the grammarian, for today's meeting, Toastmaster Bindu, for reading out the objective. Now, we, as an evaluation, I will be back along with our tag team towards the end of the report, end of the meeting, to give our detailed report at the end. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
I am supposed to give, right?
Yes.
Just a second, please. Thank you so much, Toastmasters. Today, as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note on any misuses of English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is introspection, which means an examination of one's own thoughts. An example of using the word is, I had quite a moment of introspection in this lockdown. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day as many times as possible. I will give a word of the day report and the grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you, Toastmasters. Over to you.
Thank you, Akaunda, for providing that brief introduction of the role. Now, I would like to invite Toastmaster Bindu, who is the grammarian of the day, to give the detailed description of the role.
Ashwin, we supposed to start.
Thank you, General Evaluator. We earlier lost our grammarian Bindu, so she was not available to read out her report. Thank you for all the wonderful speeches. We had two amazing speeches. The third speaker had to drop out because of power issues. But then I'd like to request all of you to unmute yourself and give a big round of applause. Hello? Hello? Shubhati? We can't hear you. Shubhati, can you try and log in? We are losing you. Okay. It seems like we are facing an issue. Okay, I think I'll share the speech objectives, the evaluation sheet. I will share in the chat for Shubhadeep's high power level project. We seem to be having issues connecting with him. Thank you, Binu. And as it is tradition, I'd like to request all of you to stand up and give a standing ovation to our Ask Speaker speech winner. It was a wonderful speech, winner. We thank you. Oh, so much more about you. You always came across as a very quiet person, but then you seem to have surprises all with all your dreams for yourself. Thank you so much. And next, I'd like to invite our table topic master, over to our Toastmaster Harsh.
Yeah, Vandana, I can start right now the speech. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can. I can hear you. Yeah.
Life is what happens to you when you are busy making other plans. And today I will share with you the adventures, trials and triumphs of my life. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I was born in my neighboring district, Chikbalapur, and my parents are from a small, beautiful village called Golali. Like any other parents, my parents put me in my uncle's place to get me better opportunities in my life. And so I brought up in my uncle's place where I studied till my degree. My uncle was a very strict person and I was very much scared, afraid of him all through my childhood. I suspect that was turned out to be very shy and reserved. It was only during my college days, the fear which was inside me went out and I started opening up with my friends. And sports attracted me more than my studies as a student. I was extremely interested in playing cricket, volleyball, and football. in fact, I was a very good cricketer in those days. I think in 2005, people were taking me to play in their teams, and they were offering cash prize for me during that time. And sports attracted me more than my studies, as I said. And during my exams, and that was the only time I was studying whole night for preparing for exams. And I can recollect the feeling that someone was throwing a big rock on my head while I preparing for exams. We were 6 close friends. All of us joined the same branch and the same degree college without any proper homework on choosing the branch. I remember a funny incident which I was when I was in degree. In one of our internal tests, there was a question called differentiate between software and hardware. Five of us don't have any clue, and those words were very new to us. But the other friend, whom we assumed as brilliant, he answered the question, and his answer was, many software engineers are coming out from foreign countries because there is no scope for software today. And his answer for hardware was, the employees who work like a laborers, and he explains the term hardware. You can see my friend, he was also clueless about the term hardware. And my lecturer, what he did is, he read his answer in the classroom in front of everyone, and all the students had a good laugh. So after I did my MCA, so post my master degree, while searching for a job, I met with an road accident, and it took me 8 months to recover from that injury. And the following year was a dramatic year for me because I lost my younger brother. He succumbed to his injuries. It took me around 2 years to come out of this incident. And from this incident, I was very much depressed, and it made me to think again, and I started donating the blood for whoever for the donors required, and I donated the blood for 14 times and platelets twice. Life moves on always, and time healed me, and to some extent I got a job in Whitefield to work in a client place where I was not offered any salary. I was only offered afternoon meals. Later, 6 months later, again I got an offer in Jamshedpur where I was offered 13,000 salary. That was my first salary, and that was the first time I moved out of my family because I was a very homesick person. So after moving to Jamshedpur, it was a new place to me, and it took time for me to adjust to that place. And this place was a huge learning experience for me because there was a different culture, different food, and different environment, and different lifestyle. And I have come a long way from my first job. And again, the last year when my brother was passed out, and this was the time I was looking back the job in Bangalore. But unfortunately, after coming back from Jamshedpur, I got a job in Mumbai where I struggled to get the shelter. So there I met a team of hotel who were serving us food in our office. They gave me shelter. I stayed with them, and it was is a city where city will be awake 24/7, and in our lifetime, at least once we should live in Mumbai because it teaches us a lot. So after coming back from Mumbai, I got a job in Bangalore, And again, my family joined with me, and I continued working in Bangalore. Currently, I'm working in Accenture. I have 10 years of IT experience, and thing which I will tell you now will surprise you, because I am planning to quit IT at the end of 2021, because I am planning to involve in organic farming in my hometown. Uh, in those days of Corona, because of work from home, I moved back to my native with my wife and my 4 years son. And uh, actually, nowadays I spend most of my time in my mango farm, because I love agriculture and I love uh, to become a good motivational speaker and public speaker. And my main vision is to help the students who are facing communication problems in the rural sites. So for that, I decided to first improve myself, and here I am taking the first step of becoming a better speaker with the help of Toastmasters. That's my story so far. I hope you enjoyed listening to my story as much as I did preparing for it and delivered it. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Milind, for reading out the speech objectives. Are you able to hear me clearly right now?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Next, I'd like to talk about a special person, someone who I can ping and ask, can you make a poster for me, please? Someone who works in IT but dreams about becoming a motivational speaker, helping children develop their public speaking skills. And this is why he's joined Toastmaster. Not every day you meet people like this, and we're lucky to have him as our upcoming VPPR. I'd like to invite Toastmaster Vinu to give his icebreaker speech.
In your leadership journey, there is something which you have to be a good speaker. And to be a good speaker, best place is to be in Toastmasters. So your leadership journey begins with your first speech, and that is called an icebreaker speech. Icebreaker speech is a speech given by the upcoming Toastmaster, his first speech, where he introduces himself to the audience. Well, after hearing this speech, audience will come to know about him much better than what they knew about him. And as an evaluator, my job is to highlight areas of speaking skills which he excelled and where he can improve on. Timer, please note, for icebreaker speech, the time is 4 to 6 minutes. Over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vandana.
That was a wonderful speech.
That was a wonderful speech. Toastmaster Joseph, a big round of applause. You always come in shining in your suit and you impress us. And at level 3. Over to you. I'd like to invite the next
Today,
speech
I am not-
evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Milind, to read out the objectives for our second speaker for today. Over to you.
Joseph, sir, go ahead.
Okay. Today I'm not using the stand, therefore I have to look down to the camera for the table. The second part of my speech, farewell speech for this SWCC organization in Saudi Arabia. Distinguished Toastmasters and Toastmasters, compliments of season 2 one and all. In my last speech, I ended up in saying, dreams to be, set fire to your dreams, push the flesh and stir your spirit. Now, given 365 days, the flesh will not take a chance to remain as it is. In your dream, the D stands for daring, where you can courageously accept the task to accomplish the given task. The R stands for respect. Respect your dream and do justice to the task that it has been given to you. Then E stands for expectation. Expect the best in your life. It accomplishes whatever you are doing it. A stands for attainment. In your daily life, you can attain the best result of your dream. M stands for magnification. The magnifying your dream, commit yourself into excellence. You share in the dream is your fingerprint, and all you manifest your dream in your life. Make your life authentic but not synthetic. Now I thank Your Excellency, the Director of the projects, the General Director, the Chairman, and the management of the projects departments, all the managers, the Chairman, as well as my immediate boss. Our superiors always were cordially maintained our relationship and good understanding all through the service in the engineering department. I thank the chairman for the award given to me in my honor, considering my humble service rendered all these years in the engineering department. In a special way, that I thank my family and I thank all the departmental people in providing me a wonderful time in spending in the engineering department. Never realized that there is no any ambiguity, but there is always a cordial, and every situation was given a well understanding to me in such a way that it was possible for me to make my entire service happy and prosperous. It is engraved in my heart. The workplace which I mentioned, it is my workplace which I have been missing now, and it is my second home. My office in the upstairs is 204. For me, a very memorable one because I attained the glory of God's blessing in that one. And secondly, I love this country and which made me a prosperous life, better than what we have to be in otherwise. I thank all the kings and the ministers and the people of Saudi Arabia for the wonderful life given to me. I pray for them, for their family and children, and thank everyone for the wonderful time I spent in Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullahi barakatuh. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
The echo is there.
It's
So,
echoing.
I think you have to disconnect one of the thing. Your voice is clear now, so just disconnect other one.
Thank you, speech evaluator Toastmaster Ashwini, for reading out the objectives. Next, I'd like to introduce a wonderful person who is very young, but who has many years of experience. He loves to do yoga to calm his mind and bring focus. He loves writing articles, and he's the first one to contribute. When there's a club newsletter, he writes to newspapers and they publish his articles regularly. He spent many years in Saudi Arabia. He's a civil engineer, and right now in his retirement, after years of working in a different industry, he designs chapels, architecture, design for beautiful churches. Someone who is also a very close friend. I'd like to invite Toastmaster Joseph.
The project is to deliver a social speech, and the objective of the speech of this project is for the member to practice writing speech with an emphasis on adding language to increase interest and impact. Timer, kindly note, the speech is for 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, TMOD.
Please bear with me as I fix my audio issue.
Are you able to hear me?
Oh, there's an echo. Vandana, there's an echo. I think you have to
mute one.
Are you?
One of them, please mute.
Is it clear now?
No. You have to mute your audio somewhere. There are two audios going on at the same time. Now we can't hear you.
Okay, now it's clear, right?
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, go ahead.
We are coming to an end of a completely unexpected year. Many of us are sitting in our homes, not knowing what hit us. What a crazy year it's been. 2020. Yes, in December 2019, we were thinking 2020 will make things happen, but we didn't know what was going to hit us. Some of us learned to cope with the new normal. Some of us just about manage, and some of us are struggling with the turn of events. My question is, with 3 days away from 2021, how are you feeling today? I'd love for you to share how you're feeling in the chat window. Please type in what you're feeling about the year that passed. Don't be shy. Best year. That comes from our area director. Nisha, thanks for sharing. Gratitude. Sushma, it was wonderful.
COVID taught a big lesson to us.
Yes, and it's been many months since we saw each other. Wonderful. Thank you for opening up and sharing your mind with me and all of us. Draw how you feel. The magic of art or any kind of expression can impact your life. And how? I'd like to talk to you about it today. And more specifically, drawing how you feel. Now it's tricky. I'm going to take you out of your comfort zone. Maybe you can just observe me, or maybe you can join along. The magic of art is something that has to be experienced. Let's take one day that you are feeling at your best. I'd like to request one of our role players or guests. How about a grammarian, Toastmaster Bindu? Can you share about one great day or event that happened and how you were feeling about it, Bindu? Hi, Bindu, are you there?
Am I audible? Am I audible?
I can hear you clearly.
There's no power. I'm so sorry. Can you
No
please
worries.
repeat?
I'd like you to share one wonderful incident or moment or an event that happened this year in 2020 that made you more grateful or made you feel good.
Okay. To start with that one moment, I had taken a break from my career 2 years back for my kid, and in 2020 I decided that I'm going to start my career. So that's when I decided I'm going to join and take up this image consultancy and soft skills training course, which I actually did, and I'm very happy about it in 2020. But unfortunately, this COVID thing came in, and now I couldn't go to offline classes. The basic reason why I took that is to develop that feeling, to know and to understand how it feels staying away from my kid. I wanted it to be really good for me, but somehow this lockdown came, and actually I'm very happy because I got more time to enjoy my kids' time being with my family. That's one good decision I did.
Vandana, you're on mute.
So would you say that more family time made you more happy?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so I'll just put that down.
Okay.
And next, would someone be comfortable about sharing that one day that you felt your worst and why you were feeling the incident? What was the emotion? Can someone be bold enough to share the
Can I do that?
unhappiness?
Yeah.
Who's
Vandana?
that? I can't. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is Ashwini here.
Ashwini, please do that, please. Yeah.
Right. I think there was not just one moment, but yeah, there was multiple moments like that, because I was one amongst many who were positive. I was also positive, and I was in the quarantine for 26 days. So these 26 days and a month later actually put me into depression, staying away from my own people, my friends, my family, and being alone also there in the family. And but you're all to yourself. I think those moments were really bad. I really don't want that to happen to anybody or myself again in my lifetime.
Okay. Ashwini, thank you so much. I thank both of you. It's particularly difficult to actually share grief or a bad moment. So I'm so happy that you trusted us enough to actually open up to us. But both of you write it down or type it out for yourself? Can I ask everyone to type out something for yourself? You don't have to share it. A good moment that happened and a not so great moment that happened. I'll just give 10 seconds. Okay, great. I think if you have one moment down, whether it's good or bad, I'm really happy about that you actually wrote it down. And thank you for the wonderful people who are actually open to sharing it with me or with all of us here. So I'd like to spotlight my video. It's a little tricky because I'm holding it. Okay. Now, if I were to draw myself happy, now at any moment, if you're not able to see me, do let me know. How can you draw yourself happy? Easy way, right? Right? How can you draw yourself sad? How can you draw yourself angry? How can you draw yourself excited? Okay, maybe that doesn't look very excited. Confused, irritated, like angry. I think we get calm. That doesn't look too excited. Now, is it possible to draw your situation or something that represents how you feel? Like it might be a job, something that happened in your career, it might be about studies, it might be about your health, it might be about your relationship, a journey of traveling that you did. So I'd like to demonstrate this quickly through drawing. So about having family time. How about just drawing you and your family? Okay, this is just an example, so it doesn't have to be the exact family members. And maybe you can, Bindu, is it possible for you to unmute yourself and tell me about, you have a baby, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a fun activity you guys like to do together as a family? Is there
Fun
three
activity.
Yeah,
Sorry?
3 of you, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just 3 of us. The fun activity which I do is he helps me out with a household course, which we all
Okay.
do it together. I start mopping from one side, he'll start spilling from behind me. So again, he gets a chance to play. And then I start fighting with him, he starts fighting with me. We have
Okay, so
angry
what is
moments, we have
the
happy
third
moments.
person? What's the third person's role?
Obviously, he'll take fun, sits and watches. So sometimes he tries to, help me out, or he actually takes fun.
Okay, so I'll just put a bucket of water.
Yeah, he does that. He helps his son to spill things.
Oh, okay, so maybe water falling out.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Okay. So if you're able to do this, sadly, I don't have my colors with me right now. But if you want to equate yellow or white, and you can just color, just a few things. Okay, so because we have lack of time, I'd like to quickly wrap it up and go to the not so sad. So if you're, I hope, do you mind me drawing this, Ashwini? Do you mind? Okay, great. So I think for me, I'm someone who it's on my side. I don't know if Ashwini is making assumptions. And for me, it is about, okay.
And
Maybe.
seeing the family from a distance. They're all there far.
Okay, yeah. So this is actually, yeah. So thinking about them. So we can actually, I feel blah. You can just put it, and then you have a thought bubble. Thinking about your happy family. Okay, so it can be anyone, even just a nosy neighbor, because you actually miss the nosy neighbor asking you questions. Yes. So how do you think about this activity? If you tried it, would it help you in some way? I'd like to request anyone who's shared, about these incidents in your life to try and do this. For me, I went through a tough 3 months because my husband was stuck in Bangalore for 3 months, and I was here, and I drew away all my worry, and it helped me get past a lot of, bad days. I don't know what I was drawing, but then it helped me actually internalize, and I came to terms with, yes, I don't feel that great today, or I feel good today, and my daughter is always a part of everything. Sometimes I drew some of the this is a dream. She was scared of a bird that came to catch her because it's cartoon. So I made it to a happy dream. So I feel if you use art, or maybe if you use dance, some kind of movement to express how you're feeling, can actually help you overcome it, or make you at least feel 10% better than how you felt at the beginning of the day. So now imagine expressing yourself every day or at end of the week, and using this as a daily or a weekly practice. And the magic of art journaling, I'd love for all of you to try it. To talk about the history of Toastmasters, Toastmasters began as a series of speaking clubs organized by Ralph C. Smedley. And during his time working for the YMCA, Young Men's Association, in Bloomington, Illinois, United States, as Director of Education at the YMCA, Smedley saw a need for the men in the community to learn how to speak, conduct meetings, plan programs, work on committees. He wanted to help them. So he decided to organize a club where they could learn these skills in a social environment, and men responded well. He named it the Toastmasters Clubs. Like every person who proposes a toast at an important gathering, like a wedding or a celebration of sorts. Ralph had a dream, and this dream was to give birth and growth to Toastmasters. Today, Toastmasters is headquartered at Inglewood, Colorado, in the United States, and today we have more than 16,600 clubs in 143 countries, more than 200 clubs in Bangalore. And the magic of Toastmasters is if you enroll as a member, you can attend meetings all over the globe, interact with people with different cultures, learn how to speak in different people who have a completely different cultural fabric, being sensitive in terms of jokes, things you say, understanding, making them relate to how you speak. About our meeting, in Toastmasters, you can practice public speaking, improve your communication, build leadership skills. You can break barriers. Our meetings are divided into 3 segments. The prepared speeches, where the speaker prepares according to a project, according to his pathway that he has chosen. He learns to improve his modulation, research, and present on a topic, or to storytelling. Second is table topics, where you learn to speak in the moment, impromptu speaking, and how to quickly organize your thoughts and talk about the topic. And with this, I'd like to invite our general evaluator, which is the third part, that is understanding what went wrong and how we can do better, to explain his role and invite his team to explain their role. For this, there's a wonderful person. He is an IIT IIM graduate. He's someone who will be very quiet, and then the next day he'll be participating in the humorous speech contest. He is not an eligible bachelor. He's an expecting father with a wife who was also a Toastmaster with us. This person surprises us every day. He is our current treasurer. I'd like to invite our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ashwin. Over to you.
Please join me in welcoming the one and only Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vandana. To introduce her, she is an art lover and a UX designer. You will always find her with her sketchbook, drawing people or things around her. She was previously working as a deputy manager in a mortgage company. And recently, she restarted her career after a long gap in a new industry. Thank you, Joke Master of the Day, for excellent jokes which kept us on our toes and we thoroughly enjoyed it. Welcome to World Marriage Day, and I welcome every one of you. Thanks for joining me. I see one person who is there, a very old person. Sir, can you tell me your views about marriage and also share your name too? Well, I am from Greece. I am Socrates. Talking about marriage. Well, when you are in love, wonder happens. But once you get married, you wonder what happened. I would suggest all young men, by all means, marry. If you get a good wife, you will be happy. If you get a bad wife, you will become a philosopher. Thank you, sir. May I request, gentleman over there, can you introduce yourself and share your views on marriage? I am Al Gore from California. My views on marriage is, after marriage, husband and wife becomes two sides of the same coin. In fact, two sides of the coin. They just can't face each other, but they still stay together. Great, Mr. Al Gore. You, sir, what are you doing? You're boxing over there. Can you share what you feel about marriage? Well, I'm Mike Tyson, the ex-world champion. Wife inspires us to do great things and prevents us from achieving them. Thank you, Mr. Tyson, the ex-champ. You, sir, what about you? Well, I'm Bill Clinton. I have some words with my wife, and she had some paragraph for me. Well said, sir, well said. Oh, what are you practicing, sir, with your ball? Oh, you're practicing basketball. Yeah, share your views, sir. Well, I am Michael Jordan. There is always a way of transferring funds that is even faster than electronic banking. That's called marriage. Great, sir. What excellent views about marriage. You, sir, you seem to be in pensive mode. What happened to you? Good wife always forgives her husband when she is wrong. I am Barack Obama. You, sir, you seem to be a hunter. Are you from Africa? Yeah, I'm from Africa. I'm a hunter by profession. My views about marriage. Marriage is a beautiful forest where brave lions are killed by beautiful deers. Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me this opportunity. Please join me in welcoming the joke master of the day, Toastmaster Milind Kulapkar. Yesterday, I had one milestone to achieve, and it really was satisfying for me. For the first time in my life, I participated in a debate competition. Whenever debate was being talked about, it took me back to my college days in St. Xavier's College, Calcutta. We used to have inter-college debate competition. And that time, those experts, we had Vishwanathan, we had Suhail Seth, who used to compete. And I used to get awestruck. How can someone talk about debate in such a fantastic manner? Give them any topic, they could debate. Pros and cons. I used to always aspire to be a debater, but I could never even venture about. I did everything, but never even dared to debate. All that I started that time was attending elocution contest, where I had to prepare, practice, by heart my speech, and give it on stage. That was the only progress I could do. That too, not on graduation, but after that, in post-graduation. So yesterday, 2 weeks back, when district officer or area director asked me, can I be competing in debate? Without blinking of eyelid, I registered myself. How was that possible? Thanks to Toastmasters. Toastmasters is an area or which forum which I started in 2015. And that gave me that confidence, come what may be. Whatever offers are given to you, you grab that with both hands. And then things fall in place. All that I had to do, Google out some information, what is debate, understand. Even our contest masters, they also shared some views on that. And fortunately for me, I had a partner who was actually a debater, Toastmaster Saurabh from Gabby's. So he also shared sort of inputs. So we had some rehearsals before, and thanks to him, he was in Goa. In spite of his vacation, he devoted time. And what a coincidence. My opponent were from my mentor club. So it was very friendly, homely atmosphere. We had a nice, enjoyable debate. So that was something was very satisfying to me. So every one of you, I request all the guests and of course Toastmasters, grab the opportunity which comes your way. Never say whether it is possible or not. Fortunately in Toastmasters, there are people who guide you, who help you in whatever you want to do. Just jump into it, things will fall in place.
Good evening.
I, Milind Kulapkar, declare meeting number 593 as open. Thank you, Mr. Dazzling Sergeant for Arm.
Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. I, Akash Shashidaran, Sergeant at Arms, would like to welcome you all to meeting number 593 of Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club, Bangalore. Toastmasters Club's uh, mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience to its members by providing a supportive and positive learning experience to the members um, for in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Toastmasters have helped people from diverse backgrounds to be more confident communicators and leaders. I request all of you to uphold the cardinal principles of each and every Toastmasters meeting, which are: keep yourself muted at all times except when you're invited to speak. Keep your videos on unless you are moving in or out of the meeting. As an encouragement for every role takers and speakers, please make sure to applaud them virtually generously. Role takers and speakers are um, should consciously refrain from expressing their views on sex, politics, and religion to ensure that sentiments of the audience is not hurt. Our presiding officer today is DTM Milind, Distinguished Toastmaster Milind. Recently, he secured 84% in the mandatory proficiency test conducted by Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs under the auspices of Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India. This is a prerequisite under the Companies Act of India. He joined Toastmasters International in 2015. Currently, he is president of Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club. He is now in the process of testing his leadership and communication skills by taking up leadership role for his locality, Konena Agraha ward, for the upcoming municipal corporation election, with a sole object to bring the change in his own city, Namma Bengaluru. I request all of you to welcome with a round of applause Distinguished Toastmaster Milind.
So may I request the vote master to declare the results? And I request everyone to, if those who have not done it, voting link has been shared.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Today that
Over to Toastmaster Nelson. Louder, please. We can't hear you.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. The vote list I sent. Kindly vote who are not voted. I'm waiting for that. Giving 30 seconds. 7 members only voted. Balance members have to vote.
Can you send the ballot paper to me also in the phone?
Phone, no?
The voting link is there in the chat window.
Chat window is there. Yeah, I got all the votes. So I'm going to announce that best supporting role is going to Zoom Master TM Mayur. And best role taker goes to TMOD Vandana. And best auxiliary roles player TM Bindu. And best table topic speakers TM Deepa. And best speaker TM Venu Karthik. And best evaluator TM Milan. Thank you, everyone.
Who's the best dressed, Nelson?
Best dressed.
The last you had given one-line answer to be written.
Sorry, best dressed going to Milan, TM Milan and TM Shush. Best dressed going to tie up Milan, TM Milan and TM Shishma. Thank you, everyone. Over to listening office.
Thank you, Nelson.
Requesting guests to share your experience. Asha, you've been here for a few meetings. Would you like to share your experience?
First of all, Vandana, I would like to thank you so much. This is the first time we are doing reverse meeting in Speechweavers. As per I know, at least from last 4 years, I didn't witness reverse meeting in Speechweavers. I witnessed outside Bengaluru Toastmasters and other clubs. But give a big round of applause, Deepa, Vandana, for such a wonderful job. Thank you so much. This was a very great finish in 2020. The innovative ideas, these costumes, these goggles, completely it changed the environment. Keep coming such ideas. Any guests or any members, these such ideas are most welcome. You are the wonder of this club. Don't hesitate to share with Deepa, upcoming President Deepa, or Vandana or Mayur. Okay, it will be very helpful. Yeah, thank you everyone once again, Vandana and Deepa.
Thank you, Srinu. Asha, Nisha, anyone? Yeah, hi Asha. Can you? Asha.
Yeah, you guys are doing a great job actually. Each time coming up with an innovative theme for a meeting is by itself very challenging, and you all are doing it in a wonderful way. So and it gives the guests also a lot of exposure, and not only to Toastmasters but also to the guests. It is giving us a lot of exposure. It is really nice the way you take the effort to present the things, and your work today was really nice. The creative work that you did, I was really liking it very much. I appreciate you very much for this. And also the way you present your things, come up with ideas. All the Toastmasters are putting in their effort. They are doing their best. But I would like to pick out Vandana and Milind for the great things that I would like to tell you that you are leading by example. Deepa too. All of them are doing good. I don't get their names. I know only few names, so I'm mentioning them. Forgive me if I've left out any names. Because I don't know the names. I'm just getting to know each of you. It is a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Asha. I mean, it is very tricky. Nisha, would you like to share?
Yeah, I will second what Asha just mentioned. And in fact, I look forward every Monday evening to attend this session because, and today itself, I would say every Toastmaster member had stuck to the theme in terms of goggles and so much of effort. I saw Vandana do all of those stuff on her face. So very nice. I mean, look at the amount of effort everybody's taken. Really a very committed group. And that is why I can see that people really kind of take effort and they join in. And that's the reason I think guests like me, Asha, happen to every week join in without fail. So great job. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nisha. Arun, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah,
Are
hello,
you there?
Vandana. So yeah, I'm there. Thank you, Vandana. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Where have you joined us from?
Yeah, so I'm joining you from the GSK Toastmaster Club, which Milind
Okay.
was referring. Okay, so this is the first time I'm attending the meeting with Speech Weavers, and it was a wonderful experience for me. Initially, I couldn't get the concept of reverse. I was thinking more in terms of reverse swinging, but then I saw that was not the case. But the whole way it panned out was just wonderful. And it actually keeps you that if you are aware as a Toastmaster, you're aware of the whole sequence. It's something like a recap and just trying to rewind the entire thing back to front. But I would like to congratulate you on the wonderful work that you have done today, all the wonderful sketches. That is definitely an inspiration for me because I also like to doodle. I doodle not as much as you do, but I also sometimes. So all in all, a wonderful effort by all of you. Congrats and keep up the good work. And do attend our sessions also. It happens on Friday morning at 9:30. Over to you, Toastmaster.
In fact, Arun is the Vice President Education of GSK. And I can tell you, GSK was formed just a couple of months back. And the way their energy and everything, in every area level, division level, any contest, they are always there. Not only there, very active. They take a lot of role, they make videos, just bubbling with energy and a lot of creativity. So that's good, Arun, you joined over here. And I'm sure you'll do a great job with that. Thank you, Arun, for joining.
So can you pause recording or stop recording? Or